Getting a good physique is something that's often overcomplicated. In reality, it's way simpler than a lot of people selling you courses would want you to believe. I'll explain this in 3 levels, but no matter where you are, there are only 3 main factors to focus on: your training, your diet, and your recovery. Let's break down each of these at each level. When I first started, one of the biggest questions was whether to cut or bulk. I thought I was skinny fat and made the mistake of cutting too aggressively. I ended up looking just skinny with a little muscle. A good rule of thumb is, if you're overweight, then cutting might be the right choice. However, if you're skinny fat, meaning you have some fat but not much muscle, it's usually best to start at maintenance calories. Focus on building a muscle base for a few weeks before deciding to cut. If you're going to bulk, you first need to calculate how many calories your body naturally burns. You can find this through online calculators and a bit of trial and error. Then, eat 300 to 500 calories above your maintenance level and aim to gain 1 to 3% of your body weight per month. This approach is called lean bulking, gaining muscle while keeping fat gain minimal. If you're underweight, a bigger calorie surplus might be necessary until you reach a healthy body fat level. Diet-wise, as a beginner, focus on 2 things: protein and calories. Aim for around 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, or 1.8 if you're cutting. Sleep is also crucial. Try to get at least 8 hours each night. Good sleep will speed up your recovery and improve performance. When it comes to training, as a beginner, you can make progress with almost any style. However, if you want to build muscle, consider joining a gym. This will allow you to isolate certain muscles better. But even just a pull-up bar and bodyweight exercises will get you 80% of the results. Remember, as a natural lifter, building as much muscle as possible is essentially the same as aiming for an aesthetic physique. If you neglect certain muscles from the start, you'll end up looking unbalanced. I suggest focusing on all major muscle groups and maybe adding extra focus on areas like shoulders and arms. Once you've built some strength and muscle, you're in the intermediate phase. At this level, your diet should include a more precise protein and calorie intake. Tracking is key to ensuring you're hitting your goals and seeing steady muscle gain. Training-wise, a push-pull leg split is effective at this stage, or any program that trains each muscle group twice a week. Focus on the basics and aim to improve consistently. Stick to common exercises, track your workouts, and train close to failure. Reps can range from 5 to 25, but aim for 8 to 12 for the best muscle growth with manageable fatigue. If you haven't already, consider adding supplements like creatine. It's well-researched and proven to help with strength and muscle gains. You might also want to introduce cardio into your routine to increase work capacity and aid recovery. For stress management, activities like meditation or even therapy can make a big difference. If you find yourself struggling to progress, take a closer look at these areas. They're often overlooked but can impact training performance significantly. At this level, progress becomes slower and the details matter. You'll need to start experimenting to find what works best for your body. This means trying out different volume levels, rep ranges, and diet tweaks. For nutrition, you might begin tracking carbs and fats more closely, experimenting with meal timing, and even consuming carbs during workouts for an energy boost. Advanced lifters may add niche supplements like beta-alanine or pre-workout to optimize performance. In terms of training, advanced lifters often choose 1 or 2 muscle groups to focus on. For example, if you feel your arms lag behind, you can prioritize them. Keep in mind, though, that progress will come in smaller increments and patience is key. So, what are the final takeaways? Focus on the basics: training, diet, and recovery. If you stay consistent with these 3, you'll make steady progress over time. While there are small tweaks and optimizations you can add at each level, the fundamentals will always give you 90% of your results. Stick to the plan, trust the process, and you'll be well on your way to building a strong, balanced physique. Watch these if you wanted to learn some exercise for your physique.